Okay, so we're going to see real quick. This is a recording for seeing how to postpone the start date of a course. Maybe you're going to postpone it because you don't have enough enrollments that satisfy you. You can see I even have a course here that have 4 enrolled. This for me is a mistake. I should never have 4 people enrolled. That's not enough for me to sustainably run a course. This course actually I may end up merging into another one or getting rid of. So you though each have to decide what is most appropriate for you, what is sustainable for you. And for any reason whatsoever, though, if you have to postpone the start date of a course, this is how we do it. So here's a course that I've made it private because I don't actually plan to run it anyway. But let's say it was public and it's not private, but I have 0 enrollments and it's supposed to start September 29th, which is not too far away, but I know that I'm probably not going to get enough enrollments in time, or I decided that, yeah,
One just single question, although
yeah,
I think it's not related to the main topic that we're
yes.
discussing, but I'm curious, how come a private class has enrollments? Is it only by invitation, or how does that work?
That's exactly right. So to make a course private, I sometimes use the private setting just so that if I am not sure yet if I want to run the course, but it's on my calendar, then I'll do that. Otherwise, you can make a course that is just for people that you want to invite to it and not one that others can join publicly. So an example of where that happened for me is as I started to gain in popularity, at some point Outschool reached out to me and said, "Hey, Kelsey, we have a micro school, a homeschooling group here in in somewhere, I don't remember, United States though, and they want a private course in this Japanese, just that's just 6 lessons long, not 20 like your normal course." So I had to make a course very quickly, and then I made it private and invited only the micro school to it, and that way we didn't have other public members attending as well. Yeah. So otherwise, there's not any real good use of the private function.
Oh, perfect, I understand.
Cool. Fantastic. Now, I wanted to postpone this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to edit. And this is where it gets really hairy. Now, this particular course only has 9 classes as opposed to 20 or so. But here's what really stinks is that there's no way I can just click on one thing and say reset the start date. What I have to do is essentially every single one of these classes I have to reassign. So I'm going to start with this one, and this might not make any sense at the beginning, so just hang in there with me. I'm going to actually hit cancel meeting. That doesn't mean I'm canceling the course. It just means that I'm not going to hold the meeting at that time. And now it's reminding me, okay, this class meets 9 times, but there are only 8 scheduled meetings. So I am going to have to add a meeting, but I'll do that in a moment. Let me first, let's say I want to reschedule it to start October 6th instead of September 29th. So I'm going to cancel this one as well. I'm going to cancel this one as well. Now, the problem is now it's going to start October 6th, but I'm missing 3 meeting times and it's not starting with the class that I wanted to start with. My first class was not lesson on word order. It was something else. I don't even remember what it was now. So here's what I have to do. I'm going to assign to lesson, and I'm going to go back and select it was tones. That's right. So I need to select the first one here instead and hit save. Then I'm going to do the same thing here. I have to go through every single class, remember the order. Fortunately, if I make a mistake, let's say I accidentally choose analytic grammar twice. Oh, please note that this lesson already has a meeting scheduled for it. So, oops, my bad. I wanted Chinese characters, save. All right, now the first 3 are good. I got to do the same with all 6. So this is something I really hope they'll consider changing in the future, because this is time consuming. The longer your course is, you can imagine the longer this is going to take to have to do. I have tried other ways of doing it that I thought would be faster, and it has made life extremely difficult. So this is the fastest way I know how to do it. Now what I can do is I can hit bulk add meetings or add meeting at a time. I'm going to try bulk add meetings. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time it's going to work. We're going to add those 3 meetings to the end of the course. Create. Now here's the problem. It looks like that it conflicts with some other class. So the good news in this case, and this is a good chance for me to show what happens when this happens, what to do when this happens. In this case, it worked. Now I have the correct lessons starting from the new start date. They're in the correct order. Everything's okay. And I will just have to go edit the conflicting section. That means I have another class, another course that runs at the same time, and I'll have to go edit that one and either change the date to that, or I'd have to choose a different date for these last 3 classes. That's all that means. So I will consider that good and set, and then everything is good. The only other thing you have to go check before you wrap up is post management. I don't have any posts up here yet, but I'm supposed to. So what that means is that you can, let me put it this way, if you have a live class, you have the option of posts that are supposed to come out in the classroom. You have the option of having them automatically coming out instead. So let me give an example. Let me give an example. So let me go into, let me choose a past. I'm trying to manage safety and security and privacy. So let me do this. Let me go to classes and then go to this course. And then I'm not going to choose a current section. Let me go to a past section where it's already wrapped up and I'm not worried about privacy for those learners at this moment, or I'm going to censor it later anyway. So let's go to this one here. So in some cases, you might have a course where you've decided that you want posts to come out on certain days without your having to go into the classroom and actually post them. So this I can make into a whole nother video, but I will just say that if you edit the schedule for when class starts or when classes run, you may need to come to post management and double check that the posts are also assigned to the correct lesson. Generally, what will happen is you'll have everything looks fine, and then you get to the very, very end of the course, and then maybe you'll have some of these say something like no lesson assigned or bonus meeting. It'll say bonus meeting, and it's very confusing. And so what you have to do is actually you have to go back to that. I wish I could give you an example, but I don't have one at the moment. You have to go back in here and then make sure it's assigned to the lesson. That's the only time that happens. If your scheduled meeting is not assigned to the lesson, then it will not show up correctly in post management. That's the only issue there could be to that.